Jose Protasio Rizal.
Yes, that's how we term ourselves, as I said, since he himself didn't have any descendant. So all the descendants trace their lineage to him through the sisters or the brother.
Yes, thank you. With such an illustrious progeny, in your opinion, what specific qualities or virtues would mark Dr. Jose Rizal as our which mark Dr. Jose Rizal as our national hero, and which of these qualities do you possess and will be able to demonstrate and put to good use if you become Chief Justice?
I like to think that on a very personal level, the traits that I saw from my grand aunt and my grandfather perhaps were also traits that they probably learned from their uncle. And it would be stated in this way: you are not entitled to any advantage or preference in life. There's no such thing as sense of entitlement. You have to work for everything that you want, and in the process of working for anything that you want, you are not supposed to step on the shoes of other people or be unfair and unjust in your everyday dealings with other people. Of course, there's also the trait of being very thrifty, which Jose Rizal did have. He also was someone who was not afraid to work with his hands. Maybe almost at the same par as his novels. He also did wonders with agriculture. He set up this very good irrigation system in his exile time in the Pitan. And he was, of course, also a good eye doctor. I remember that he had also asked that some of his nephews, and that was including my grandfather, to go to the Pitan, where he taught them during summer things like reading, writing, and he would give them a lot of puzzles and learning skills, which I think I think was his way of contributing to the development of the youth. In Accra, while I was doing litigation, I suddenly had the mindset to transfer the technology of the skills I've learned. And while I was doing that in Accra itself and training the young lawyers to become good litigation lawyers, I thought, why not go to the law school and even then already impart to them what you've learned in practice and how they should really practice. And so I did go back to law school and started teaching in 2003. And I did get great satisfaction from the fact that I see my students, now lawyers, and sometimes they come up to me. And lately, one of them said that she'd like to work for SEC because she'd like to learn more things from me. And those are the things that give me really great fulfillment. I suppose if you look at the life of Rizal, there was really nothing very, very great or significant because, of course, he was persecuted by the colonial masters, or he was treated unfairly and sent to exile and then executed. But in his own little way, if you would read all his works and even his letters to his sisters, it would show the fact that he was independent, he was patriotic, very nationalistic, and that is what I also want to be known for, that while I did work for self-improvement, and probably why I'm in this position now, being able to apply for the high position of Chief Justice. It's how people probably viewed you in your everyday meetings with them would be more important to me.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Chair, are you a member of any particular faith community?
Faith community, no, I'm Catholic, and I'm not, but I'm not a member of any religion-related community. I am a member of Sonta Club of Manila, Willow Sea, of course, and I'm a member of the PDRCI, which is the Philippine Dispute Resolution Center, Inc. That's why because I've done a lot of arbitration in my...
In any case, how much of your personal faith do you think will influence your decisions as Chief Justice of this country?
I've learned that you cannot let personal beliefs interfere in how you decide matters, particularly if you are assessing the facts of the case, evaluating the or appreciating the evidence. There are laws that provide for how this should be done, and that's what you should follow primarily. Personal beliefs or opinions should be set aside in the meantime. And it could be that I would decide something that probably doesn't go with what I believe in privately. But if that law is to be implemented, then I'll make my choice according to my personal belief.
Madam Chair, how would you put your experience and knowledge of corporate governance to effectively manage the judiciary?
I just gave a lecture in Kuala Lumpur early this year on corporate governance, and I noticed, because we were a panel of speakers from all over ASEAN, that our rules on corporate governance are at par with everyone else in the region, and there have been surveys done by private groups interested in the promotion of corporate governance that show that there's been good compliance. To my mind, the objective of good corporate governance is so that people will have trust in those companies and will invest in those companies. And corporate governance for the purpose of increasing the value of the shareholdings such that more investors would put in their money. So it's the same maybe for the Supreme Court. If we follow these principles similar to corporate governance, then the confidence of the people will probably increase, and they'd be willing to invest, rely on whatever decisions or pronouncements the Supreme Court will come out with.
Thank you, Paul. I have just two more questions, Madam Chair. Many big companies in the Philippines have embraced the concept of corporate social responsibility, or CSR, as part of their commitment to support the community, contribute to economic development, and improve the quality of life, environment, and society. My question is, what is your stand on legislating corporate social responsibility to be as a required part of operations in Philippine companies? How will you utilize this as an aid to the poverty alleviation program of the administration?
Maybe it's high time that we have a law specifically to encourage even more corporate social responsibility. I did notice, as SEC chair, that we do have a lot of foundations already in the Philippines, and foundations are subject to